Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about some YouTube drama. Look, I'm going to get straight to the point because we've all seen it. I mean, it's been popular on Twitter for the last couple of days and it's a pretty fucking terrible situation. It's also that went trending like almost immediately after it happened, and honestly, it's pretty fucking hilarious, but I can't help feel bad for the person. Now, if you're out of touch, and I'm sorry for saying it that way, if you don't know what's going on, then let me elaborate real quick. Ishowspeed, a very popular streamer, he loves to react over the top and do some stupid shit on stream. Well, he made his return to streaming a couple of days ago after battling with a long infection, and he had the genius idea of playing Five Nights at Freddy's on stream, a game where he could easily overreact to the jump scares and entertain his audience. Well, unfortunately for him, one of the reactions that he gave out didn't go exactly as he planned. And I'm not going to show you a clip or even throw up a censored image because, well, I don't really want to be banned and I don't want to be striked either, which is actually the topic of today's conversation. So after Ishowspeed essentially flashed his meat on camera, the biggest question going around on the YouTube atmosphere is basically, well, is he gonna get banned because of this? Is he gonna get banned because of nudity, or will YouTube be a little bit more lenient because this was an accident? And just to give a little benefit to Ishowspeed, this was an honest mistake. I mean, it could have really happened to anybody, and no one could have predicted and no one could have actually anticipated that this shit could have happened. I mean, let's be real here. Ishowspeed has done several reactions similar to this in the past, and nobody seems to be picking up on this, but none of those times that he's reacting like this has something similar to this ever happened, and it's been a long amount of time him doing this too. Well, it seems like for the first time in history, YouTube actually does something correct and they respond in a timely fashion, and their verdict was actually not to ban Speed, which is honestly a net positive overall. I mean, it was very obvious that what happened to him was a very fucking terrible accident, and they understood this, so they went with a decision not to ban him. Honestly, I respect the decision that YouTube made. It seems like for the first time they actually managed to review a situation and handle a verdict within a very timely fashion, which is unheard of. This doesn't happen for anybody, and that's been the main complaint for a lot of people for a while now. I mean, who knows what's going on at YouTube Studios? Maybe they're just protecting one of their biggest assets, but I personally think that that's exactly what they're doing. I don't think this is going to be a new revolution of YouTube actually trying to mend situations as fast as possible, because I mean, they always reply late and they never really help the creators, but in this case it's different. Which, as happy as I am for Speed, it's incredibly ironic that YouTube even comes out with this decision when they can't even handle the support of other creators. Look, let's be real. Ishowspeed is one of YouTube's biggest, if not their biggest streamer, and he brings in a lot of revenue. He brings in a lot of viewers, and he makes YouTube streaming a very viable platform. So it is no wonder that YouTube would quickly give out their verdict and sympathize with him. They're gonna bias with him, which, like I said earlier, is ironic, and I'm gonna give you a lot of big reasons as to why it is. So there's been a couple of YouTubers that, just like me, want to cover the situation and give a little bit of detail to their viewers and their audience in case they themselves don't want to go seek out the video. So sometimes what they do, instead of playing the clip, is that they just show imagery and they heavily censor it so that it doesn't really, have to shock anybody in the face like what happened live. And well, even though they're censoring it, they're very harshly censoring the situation, YouTube still decides to terminate their videos and give them strikes, which in my honest and calculated opinion is absolute bullshit, because they allow videos like the Nair video up online, which is a point that Charlie made in his video covering the situation. They let the video like the Nair video, where somebody essentially shows themselves clearing their bum out of hair. Like, it's fully explicit imagery too. The original thumbnail was incredibly explicit, and the whole video itself showed nothing but the rear end of some dude. Like, this is genuinely something you'd find on some XXX sites, like, absolutely. And the reason the video is still up, despite being very graphic, is because it's all under the pretense of it being an educational video. And I have to say this because it's very important to the topic of conversation. On YouTube, sometimes if you're stumble upon it on accident, or if you're willingly searching for it, I don't know who you are. I'm not gonna judge you. We're all human here. You can find far more graphic things, including nudity and sometimes gore. Like, I'm not exaggerating. If you search up certain terms on YouTube under the guise of education, you can find up sometimes straight up pornography being streamed to the site. It's not unheard of, it's very common, and I don't really recommend you go search for it because it's not something that you should be looking up on YouTube, period. And the reason I say sometimes you can stumble upon this on accident is because I've made multiple fresh accounts on YouTube where the algorithm is incredibly biased towards some very brain rot content, and it shows you some of this shit like straight up on your Reels feed or just on your homepage, just because it thinks that people are actively wanting to watch this. So back to my point about irony, is that YouTube allows all of this type of shit under the guise of educational videos or informative topics, but when it comes to somebody making content about a situation that happened where somebody accidentally got exposed, when it comes to these situations, YouTube does not give a fuck. Like, they straight up do not give a fuck. They will censor you, they will strike you, they will sometimes outright ban you. They will take care of you quick and without any second thought. They were just gonna snap you like Thanos. Let me provide you guys with an example out of many that I'm not really gonna get into because it's gonna take up too much time. So there's another content creator on this platform that I really respect. He goes by the name of Shalipi. I managed to talk to him a couple of times. He's a really cool dude. His content is really great. I really recommend you should go check it out. Well, he made his own video covering the situation, and he heavily censors the imagery shown just to make sure that he doesn't get in trouble with YouTube. And keep in mind, all of this type of content is informative. Despite him trying to inform his audience in entertainment, basically providing some education of his own, YouTube still strikes him, and it's heavily censored. And this really ticks me off because, look, YouTube is an incredibly biased platform, and they are willing to screw you over without any second thought. They are willing to shut you up and get rid of you like this immediately. They have all of this nudity on their platform under the guise of educational videos, but they don't allow somebody to cover a situation which is also educational and informative with heavy censorship without striking them. They let this happen, but they screw somebody completely innocent over for just providing some information and being entertaining. Like, YouTube has to make a line. They have to draw the line. They have to make a distinction between what is considered education, what is considered entertainment, or what is considered indecent exposure. Like, we have to be real here. I think it's absolute bullshit that if you search up certain terms under the guise of education, you can be shown absolute nudity and absolute borderline pornography. And all of this is without any commentary. It's without any form of additional context. It's without any form of construction. It's without any form of criticism. You're not gonna get any information aside from viewing some naked woman or some naked man in front of you, just seeing somebody else go to work on their body. Meanwhile, YouTube will get rid of content where somebody is covering a situation, giving some very well thought out ideas and giving some very well written out thoughts. They're gonna ban that for showing just a little clip, just a little second, just a little censored, blurred ass image showing absolutely nothing. They're gonna ban that. They're gonna get rid of that. They're gonna get rid of something that's actually providing education and information over something that doesn't do jack shit but show you a nude body. They're gonna show you that. They're gonna show you that. They'd rather show you that than allow a content creator to actually make transformative content and provide information on the situation. It's absolute bullshit. YouTube has a very real problem with bias, and it's very clear. And I just wanted to talk about that today. I wanted to use speed situation sort of to convey that YouTube is really willing to give something attention and let something pass on one side, but on the other side, they're gonna screw you over no matter what. And it hasn't been more apparent than now. I mean, we've always known that YouTube is biased and they care about other people more than others, but let's be real here. This situation right here and the Nair video just goes to show that YouTube would rather much care about stupid shit like this that doesn't actually fuel their platform, instead of care about the creators that actually keep people engaged. I mean, let's be real here. People like Shalipi, people like Moist Critical, commentary channels in general just keep a lot of people interested in the whole atmosphere. It keeps people engaged in the whole circle of content. People stay up to date, they keep up with drama, they keep up with all these events, and it keeps them coming back to just see what's going on. Before I end the video, I really want to apologize for using speed situation to get attention on this issue. I just feel like that it's an issue that we really have to be aware of, considering YouTube can really screw any of us at any time. I want to summarize the situation by basically saying that YouTube would much rather allow straight up nudity that doesn't really have any substance than allow people to talk about a terrible situation while heavily censoring the situation. They'd rather strike them and get rid of them than allow them to have a place to speak in a way that's not terrible. I mean, let's be real here. Shalipi's videos are really good, and it's a shame that he got striked over a censored image that some people have gotten away with posting. Let's be real here. It's a terrible situation. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Once again, I want to apologize for stumbling against any of my words or, just saying a bunch of bullshit. I'm really trying to practice getting better at my speech so that I can give some better videos out here for you guys. I feel like communicating with you guys in a raw fashion, just saying that what's coming off at the top of my head is really good for the content. And I feel like you guys would enjoy this version of me a lot more than just having to, hear my script all the time. Thank you for watching again. Love you guys. Take it easy.